So let's see. We left off last time with that narrow chaos guy with a really hard to write name, or really hard to pronounce name, finding out that Shiki and Arkwood were staying in the hotel room and fucking myrtleizing every other person there. But fortunately, Shiki managed to hold off him and his dogs, well, managed to hold off the dogs at least, until morning, so Chaos couldn't really do anything. Except for summon forth a giant black crocodile familiar thing. Which kind of almost bit Ark in half. But anyway, she's good. So now she asks Shiki to bring her back to her room. The original place where Shiki met her and, well, killed her. So anyway, let's resume. Click, 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 click. Which one is the right one? Memory 3? I think so. Oh yes. Chapter 4, The Black Beast 2. Arkwood's room isn't what you would expect for a vampire. Back then, I was only worried about Arkwood, so I didn't really notice it, but looking at it now, her room is completely ordinary. She even has a newspaper subscription. What's that all about? I grumble as I put the sleeping Arkwood on her bed. I take a deep breath as I sit on the floor. It's almost 6 o'clock in the morning. The sky outside the window is brightening, but heavily laden with clouds. Right. I should close the curtains. I spur my tired body to stand up. I close the curtains and sit back down again. Ugh. As I lower myself, the strength drains from my knees and I collapse on the floor. It seems like I'm exhausted too. It's pitiful, but I can't even stand. Come to think of it, I spent all last night talking with Arkwood and I didn't eat for more than a day. In addition, even though I put my glasses on, I still have a headache. My brain is ringing with this headache. Arkwood, I wonder if her wound is alright. Her bleeding has stopped and she's someone who regenerates after being sliced apart, so maybe I don't have to worry. I wonder why. Right now I'm so exhausted I could collapse. Yet I'm more worried about Arkwood than myself. What does Akiha think about all this? You've been gone for over a day. Investigators believe the cause of Takata Yuichi's motorcycle accident was a malfunction in the brake pedal which occurred while he was descending a steep hill. Fortunately, no one was killed in the accident. I woke up to a man's generic uninflected voice. Did I fall asleep? When I come to, I find myself lying on the floor under a sheet. It's about past noon. Arkwood is no longer on the bed, and uninteresting news fills the room from the television. She has a television? Where did Arkwood go? And I sense someone in the kitchen. That idiot moving around with such a wound. I get out from under the sheet and stand up. I have to go to the kitchen to check up on her wound. Next on the news, a massive number of people went missing in the early morning hours at a hotel in southern Minami Yashirogi City. Ha. I stopped it in my tracks. My eyes become glued to the newscaster on the television set. 103 people staying at the hotel are still unaccounted for. Furthermore, bloodstains can be seen within the hotel, and the police are beginning to suspect that they were involved in some kind of crime. What are you saying? Bloodstains? What? Something that small and cute? What? Small and cute? The newscaster reads off the script with a disinterested tone. The screen switches to the scene of the hotel I stayed at earlier, and then lists the names of the 103 missing people. Of course, neither mine nor Arkwood's name are on the list. Furthermore, a large amount of wild animal hair was found within the hotel. It's presumed that the hair is connected with the suspect in some way. Some of the confirmed hair samples appear to be from a large breed of dog, wolves. There's also evidence of a bear. There were numerous different hair samples found on the scene. Ridiculously, what appeared to be shark bites were also reported from the scene. Oh, that was a newscaster, never mind. Click. I switch off the television set. 100 people. About 100 people back then. In just half an hour, they were all brutally killed. Bloodstains? Unaccounted for? How can you say that when you have that much information? I understand completely. Everyone staying in the hotel was killed by those incomprehensible beasts and devoured without a trace. Ugh. I resist the urge to throw up. Not that I have anything to. I can't allow myself to vomit when I recall each and every event that occurred last night. Such a pity sympathy would send me lower than a filthy pig. For me, the only one who escaped death in that hotel, I wouldn't allow anything else other than hatred for the one behind it all. 100 people. 100 people killed without even leaving their bodies behind. Only blood. The face of the man in the black coat surfaces in my memory. I don't know who he is, but I know there is no mistake to think that he's behind everything that happened. Is my heart still numb? Right now, hatred wins out over fear and disgust. Or maybe, even the feelings whirling inside my chest are just another kind of fear. That's just ridiculous. I grit my teeth. I don't know if it's regret or fear, or maybe an unpleasant revulsion. But just recalling the face of the man in the black coat makes me want to break something, and irritates me. You're awake, Shiki? Arku pokes her head out of the kitchen. Oh, what is it? Making such a scary face. Did something happen? Arku speaks lightly as if nothing happened at all. Huh. The feelings which were welling forth inside me until just now disappear. Arku, is your wound okay? Yes, for now. She laughs confidently. She seems exactly like before, probably better than I am. Oh, then that's good. At least the person near me is safe. Hey, wait a minute. Arquid isn't human. For being such an important thing, I'm really spaced out. Anyway, I'm happy your wound wasn't serious. Oh? What's wrong, Shiki? And just a little earlier you were calling me a monster. Idiot, I still think you are. But that's something else. I just want to thank you for helping me. Eh? I helped you, Shiki? Arquid's eyes widen in surprise. It seems she wasn't even aware of it. Yeah, you helped me. So it's a little late, but thanks for protecting me. If you hadn't pulled me out of the way, I would have joined that list of 103 names. Thanks. It wasn't really anything. I'm the reason you met Nero, so you don't have to feel like you owe me. Maybe, but the truth is that you saved me. Since you did, I want to thank you. But if I didn't make you watch over me, you never would have been involved in all that. I'm the one messing up your everyday life. So would it be more appropriate for you to hate me rather than be indebted to me? Well, certainly I do think you're a big bother. But you know, in the end, I think I have to take responsibility for my actions. A long time ago, someone taught me this. She said, whatever happens around me, I have to stick with things I started to the very end. Well, it seems quite natural. I'm a supporter of that idea. Which is why I don't hate Ark. I just feel like I'm involved in something pretty bothersome. Oh. Now that you mention it, I did say I needed a shield because you killed me. So I guess I don't have to apologize for involving you in such things. Right. The situation I'm in is my own fault. Your fault, huh? I think you have bad luck, Shiki. If only you killed some other girl than me, things would never have ended up like this. Hey. In the first place, you can't just assume I would kill someone other than you, Arkurid. I've only felt like that, stalked and killed only once. Only Ark. Or, I want to think she would be the only one. Did you remember something you forgot? No, that's not it. I never really thought about it before, but I just wonder why I wanted to kill you. Arkurid frowns as she looks at me. Well, it's a natural reaction. I, the one who killed Arkurid, is saying that he doesn't know why he killed her. There's no reason at all, right? There's no reason at all, right? Because you're just a born killer, Shiki. Hold on. Wait, did this woman just say that about me? You seemed really used to it when you attacked me. You rang the doorbell, put your hat through the door as it opened, and entered. While I was still off guard with surprise, you killed me with your first strike, and just finished off by slicing me into pieces. Yeah, your surprise attack was perfect. How perfect was it? A painting of you from that time would have been an unparalleled masterpiece. That's how perfect it was. But no matter how superb your killer, no matter how excellent your technique, the victim this time was a poor choice. I don't know how many people you killed until now, but I think it was time for you to be caught when you chose me as your prey. What's with that scary face all of a sudden? If you want to say something, it's better to just say it. We never held anything back between us, right? Well, that may be true. I nodded and motioned her to come near me with my hand. A secret? Arkwood approaches excitedly. I bring my mouth close to her ear and clearly state what I want to say. You know, Arkwood. Yeah? What? Okay, ready? That's not it at all, you idiot! Idiot. My shout echoes throughout the room. I struck her eardrums with full power, not holding back one bit. Ow! Owie! Arkwood exaggeratedly covers her ears. I'm ticked off now. What are you doing all of a sudden, Shiki? I'm the one who should be angry. I was wondering why you were asking me all those impossible things, but now I understand. Eh? Understand what? About you asking me to be a shield against a monster and watching over you because you think I'm some crazed killer. Jeez, you're unbelievably mistaken. You thought so highly of me because of that? Look, I'll tell you right now. I'm not a killer or a homicidal maniac. You were the first person I killed. Arkwood's mouth hangs open. Damn it, she really does seem totally surprised. No way. It was your first time and you were that skilled? Yeah. Certainly I do have the strange eyes, but I still lived an honest life. I never even thought of using these lies to kill people. But then why did you kill me? You never even saw me before. I don't know why either. I just became so fixated when I saw you on the street, and when I came to, I had already sliced you into pieces. In this room, without reason, without purpose. I see. Yeah, I see. I don't have any right to be angry at Arkwood. Even if she's alive right now and isn't human, the truth is, I killed her with my own hands. Why are you all quiet again? What do you mean, Shiki? I'm sorry. I have to apologize. Why did I conveniently forget such an important thing? Sorry, I'm sorry, Arkwood. I, Tono Shiki, killed you. More than anything else, I should have apologized for that from the very beginning. There really is something wrong with me. It's only natural she mistook me for a killer, because I don't even understand that impulse myself. So maybe Tono Shiki might be a real killer. The reality is, I killed you, so I have to accept my sin and punishment. A killer like me can't mix in with the rest of society. Not realizing such an important thing until now is just too cowardly. No matter what Arkwood is, I am someone who kills for no reason. I see. And you really don't understand even why yourself, Shiki. I nod silently. Then you didn't feel any enjoyment either. Yeah, certainly there are those killers for whom killing is like breathing, but you really are normal, Shiki. That's right, at least I try to be. No, you're incredibly normal. And I was the only one you wanted to kill. Yeah. Other than you, I never felt like that before. I see. Well, then there's no problem. You're not a killer, Shiki. She says this slightly, almost dismissively. I don't think you have to receive any punishment. By chance, I was one you wanted to kill, and worse, you were equipped with this unparalleled killing technique. How luckily I am a vampire, so no one died, right? So you don't need to be troubled so much. You don't need to be so melodramatic so much. I don't think you have to worry about those morals of human society. I know, but still, I killed someone. A dangerous person like me can't be allowed loose. That doesn't matter. Right now, the only ones who can condemn you are me, the victim, and you, yourself. That may be so, but it doesn't change the fact I killed you. Right. Even if there is no punishment, the sin will never disappear. Of course. Even now I still resent it, so it would be troubling if you just forgot. But you know, Shiki, if you feel that way and will always regret it, I don't think there will be a problem. But that's just sugarcoating it. Shiki, there really are people who will not sell their souls to the devil even if they hated the world. Like someone so honest they could apologize to a vampire. So I think it's alright. No matter what people say, and no matter how much you say you're not, you can still stay in the world you want to live in. What? I'm speechless. How can you smile and say that to the person who killed you? Or quid. Come on, we have a much more troublesome problem to worry about. Now that you're up, Shiki, I want to talk about now on. As she speaks, Arkwid collapses on the floor. What? Arkwid? I rush over to her. Sweat glistens on her forehead and she's breathing painfully. Man, it seems I still can't do much. I look down. Her white top is soaked red near her stomach. That wound! Oh, this. The effects of your attack are still lingering. I can't even heal my wounds. I closed off the wound at least, but it seems it didn't work too well. Her tone is very cheerful, but I noticed that it has a hint of pain. Close off the wound? With what, Arkwid? That. Arkwid points at something on the floor. It's brown. At first glance, it looks like a donut or a Baumkuchen. The fuck is that? But it just turns out to be a roll of packing tape? You idiot! Who the hell uses packing tape to close off a wound? Hey, you shouldn't call people idiots all the time. I really might start thinking I am one after a while. Just shut up and let me see your wound. I reach out for her clothes. You don't use packing tape, you use duct tape. God. But she runs away by rolling across the floor. Don't be ridiculous. What are you going to do if it opens up again? It's fine, just leave it alone. You should stop acting stupid too. Trying to rip off a girl's clothes like this, you're worse than Nero. Look, I don't see you as human, so guy or girl, it doesn't matter. Calm down, okay? If you die from an injury you got protecting me, I'll be feeling guilty about it forever. Arkwid looks at me in displeasure, and this time rolls towards me. She closes her mouth tightly. It seems she's a bit sulky, but I guess it's okay to look at the wound. It is taped. Packing tape is wrapped all around her. It's really badly done, and taking a good look, I can see blood seeping through. Huh. I'm disgusted. More than that, I'm pissed off. I lower her shirt back and pick Arkwid up. Hey, what are you doing, Shiki? I'm putting you to bed. I take you to the hospital, but it's not like I can do that. As carefully as possible, I place her on the bed. Look, until I come back, don't move around. If you arc around like before, I'll just forget all about you, so be prepared for the consequences. I look around the room. As I thought, there's nothing like a first aid kit around at all. You got a med kit over here. Arkwid, you said you were rich. Eh? Yeah, money's not a concern for me, but what about it? Hand it over. I'm going to buy some things I'll need to treat you. I don't know if it will work on you, but I have to treat you the same as way I would treat any injured person. Fine, but it might be useless. And if it's useless, I'll do it. I can't leave it alone like that. I see. My body's made the same way as yours, so it might have some meaning. Hurry up and give me the money. Just be quiet and stay there. Oh, but don't sleep. You can lie around, but stay up. What? Shiki, that's a really absurd order. An absurd order. It's absurd, but do it. I heard your bodily functions weaken when you sleep. I think if you sleep with open wounds, your immune system will get weak and your wound will get even worse. Citation needed? Sleeping will only help your tiredness, not heal your wound. So for now, at least, don't sleep until I get back. Really? Okay, I'll do that, Shiki. Arkwid smiles happily. As expected, Arkwid's thought process is completely a mystery. Why are you smiling? Because you're reliable, Shiki. Good old reliable Joe. I say nothing and hold out my hand. Arkwid pulls her wallet out of her skirt and hands it to me. I'll be right back. I turn away from Arkwid and head out the room. As I go outside, I notice something in the kitchen. Food? On the table is something less than a meal and more like food. Something less like food and more like ingredients. You might say it's something which appears edible. I guess this is why she was in the kitchen? Idiot. I could have said she doesn't eat regular food, so I didn't have to think who this food was for. Damn it, what's with her? I'm getting very irritated. I'm getting so irritated I decided to hurry up and get something to treat her as fast as possible. It's not like I like you or anything, trying to cook food for me. I guess. Although I say first aid, the only things which come to mind are things like restraining bandages or painkillers. But it's still better than nothing. Even if it's a small thing, if it's something, then it's not a zero. Believe me that, I buy whatever I can think of. Hey, that tickles. I ignored Arquid's voice and fastened the gauze as carefully as I can. The wound on her stomach wasn't really large. Arquid said herself most of it is healed on the outside. But there's still 4 golf ball-sized black holes from the fangs of the crocodile. Or was it an alligator? It might actually be bad for a wound this big, but considering the possible infection, I applied some disinfectant. I put gauze over the wound after that and carefully wrapped it around in bandages. Quit it! You're too good. Arquid is laughing cheerfully. I ignore her and pin off her bandages. In order to stop the blood flow, I press those to tighten the bandages around the wound. Ow. Sheesh. I'm taking points off for that one, Shiki. Phew. For now, I've done all I can. Well done. I at least made it look good, but how is it? Can you move around alright, Arquid? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it will get in the way. My insides are still pretty messed up, so I can't move fully anyway. I see. Well, the rest is up to you. My specialty is slicing apart, not healing. I step away from Arquid and sit against the wall. You can sleep now. Sleep will bring your strength back, and you'll heal soon, right? I'll keep watch, so just relax and sleep. No, sleeping won't really help me regain my strength. You said yourself sleeping only gets rid of tiredness. For me, regaining strength is only a matter of time. By tomorrow, I'm sure I'll be able to move normally. Just go to sleep already. You look like you're having trouble even talking. Yes, but since you're up, Shiki, it seems like a waste if I sleep now. Arquid sits up in bed and talks cheerfully. Jeez. Oh well, there are some things I wanted to ask as well, so I guess it's alright to keep Arquid company. Arquid, where'd the music go? Can I ask about the hotel from yesterday? That's right, I guess that's going to be our topic, considering us. Yeah, I just have one question. The guy last night, the one you called Nero, NRVNQSR, just what the hell is he? I'm being serious here, so please don't say something like he's a magician who can make crocodiles appear from his body. I won't say that. I think you know this already, but he is also a vampire. We call him Nero, and he's quite an exception. To tell the truth, he isn't somebody you could talk to so casually like this. Oh shit. So he was a vampire after all. But for some reason, like Arquid sitting in front of me, he doesn't match my image of a vampire either. So this Nero, what kind of guy is he? You seem to know him or something. Of course not. I don't have any vampire acquaintances. Knowing them means I'm going to kill them the next instant. This is the first time I ever met a vampire without killing it. But you guys were talking about a lot of things. It would be hasty to call him an acquaintance because of that. Nero is a famous vampire, so no introductions were necessary when we met, that's all. Isn't it natural to know the name of vampires with unusual power and a long history? Among those, Nero stands out even more. Despite being one of the oldest vampires, he has neither a castle nor territory, and is an eccentric wanderer. The church has given him a second name, Chaos. Chaos? What's chaos? Literally squirming, squelching chaos. Like a primarily Earth where no one knows what will fly out after the mixing of various things. A meaning I'm guessing from last night. Not knowing what will fly out? Jeez. You saw his body too, Shiki. We spoke of it earlier, but aged vampires cannot easily regenerate damage to their bodies. To restore the body after centuries of existence, the weak life of a human isn't enough. So using the simply more superior life forms, wild animals and magic beasts, as raw material, they compose their bodies. As one of the oldest vampires, Nero probably is in a league of its own regarding the sheer amount of beasts he has caught and used for his body. A league of his own. Feels like those black dogs are a part of his body then. Exactly. But there is a limit to a human's capacity. Probably only about 30 beasts can be controlled at once. Having more than one illusionary beast, such as a magical or phantom beast, would overload one's capacity. Putting that into consideration, all the nearest familiars are probably real animals. Yeah, that may be fortunate. I don't quite get the last part, but that means there's 30 of those black dogs? No, that can't be right. Black dogs were the only things rampaging in the hotel. I think there were things like lions and leopards too. Right. To be able to bring together 30 animals of the same type is one thing, but for Nero to have different beasts in his body truly places the strength of his willpower apart from others. Well, it does seem odd that if he has that sort of power he would only use wild animals. I would have thought he would employ more magical beasts with his sort of willpower. Arco descends deep into thought. Whatever. Anyway, we at least know his weapons are 20 or 30 familiars. So now we can understand why he's called Chaos. His name really isn't Chaos? Yeah, most long-lived dead apostles don't use their names for their human lives. But they don't make up a new name themselves. The church assigns them one. They add on names as they find new special characteristics of the vampires, so some of them have names as long as spells. And I guess the church must really have hated him to name him Chaos. There would have been enough for one line to haunt the entire hotel, right? But he let loose all of his beasts to feed, meaning he seems to enjoy such excesses. I'm not sure who's talking all the time. 30 beasts inside the vampire Nero. Just with that, he killed and ate without a trace 100 people at the hotel in 30 minutes. I can't believe it. He's a complete monster. Yes, he really is the worst opponent I could have at the moment. He's one of those you never want to meet. Or what's worse is that such a guy knows where we are. Even now, I'm sure his familiars are watching us. What? Isn't it obvious? We were saved early because the sun rose, but we can't count on that tonight. He knows of this place, so he'll certainly come to kill us at the height of his power at midnight. Come to kill us tonight? Yes, he says so himself. What is this? That man in the black coat is coming tonight? I don't know what I should say. I should escape. I know that's the wisest decision. But Arco is in this condition. Even if she ran away, I don't think she could escape from that monster. No, less about her, more about me. If I stay here, if I stay involved with Arco, there's no mistaking the fact I'll face him. He is dangerous. Clearly put, he is insane. More than his body, which houses those animals, his eyes are like a machine's, devoid of even a single emotion. The true eyes of a killer which does whatever it's assigned to do. As one has experienced his attack, I'm sure that without a doubt, he's to be avoided. But does that mean I should just leave Arcoid here and run away? No matter who she is, she can't move because she protected me. And I can tell her good luck and go home? Arcoid, But it's alright. Even Nero isn't a problem for you. No matter who it is, you can kill anyone with a single blow. Huh? Arcoid says something outrageous, as if it was completely ordinary. Hey, what in the world are you saying? What am I saying? You're going to fight with me, right? Arcoid looks directly at me. Her eyes place all trust in me. Well, this isn't a joke. I'd like to refuse, but there's no way I could take on a monster like that. Well, you know, you can kind of Shiki has the win button. Just press the spot with your knife and you win. Pick option 3. I'll rip out and tear his guts apart. Choice coward or choice mega coward? Yeah, right. As if we're going to leave. I'll just save this right here. Doop doop doop. I'd like to refuse, but, well, I refuse. I know I have to refuse. No matter how much I think about it, I can't do anything. Did I pick something else? Arkwood, sorry, but am I going to abandon her? It's my fault. Because of Tomoshiki, she can't move as she needs to. Am I running away? From that monster who mercilessly, cruelly, one-sidedly slaughtered all those people? Run away and pretend like I never saw it? After being the only one to survive, I'm just going to run away without any pangs of guilt? The lines of death only I can see. Did that important person tell me once that I have this power because there would be a time when I would need it? Shiki? Yeah, I know. I can't run away by myself. I look up at the ceiling and take a deep breath. Fortunately, that prepares me just a bit for what is to come. Alright, I'll help you, Arkwood. I think it's my duty to do so as the only one who survived in that hotel. That's decided. It's alright, Shiki. With your skills, you'll have no problem killing him. Arkwood says this outrageous thing with a straight face. Well, I'm not as optimistic as she is, but I've got no choice. The question is how I'll act to do that. I froze as soon as I looked into his eyes at the hotel, so I think all I can do is approach him from behind so he won't notice me, and then get him somehow. Oh, that. That was just because your will is weak, Shiki. Nero's mystic eyes are nothing special, so if you just discard your doubts, you should be able to deflect his gaze, even if you look right into his eyes. Huh. Arkwood casually mentions it, but I'm still nervous. No, I'd better not plan on doing something I've never done. I'm going to approach him from behind and cut the lines on his limbs. That ought to take away his freedom of movement, and if you do that, Shiki, you will die. You say the question is how you'll act. That's not right. The real question is how you'll kill. That's true, but... Shiki, you're about to fight a monster called a vampire, so throw away your human morals even if it's just for tonight. They'll only weigh you down in the crucial moments. I understand that much. He's a monster, so that's why I want to help you stop him. No, you don't understand. Cut off his limbs? Don't do something so suicidal. If you got to the time to cut off his limbs, first cut off his life. Nobody else can but you. Listen to me and don't give Nero the chance to retaliate. The difference in your offensive abilities is just too great. If you miss your first strike, you've got no chance of winning whatsoever. Arkwood's eyes are unforgiving of any denial. It's true. It's exactly as she says. If I take my time cutting his limbs off first, I might find my head being eaten by the mouth of a crocodile as I do so. Shiki, Nero will come at midnight tonight. That's when when you and I will kill him until he can be killed no further. Not how to act, but how to kill. Think only about that. Arkwood's savage eyes are staring straight at me. She is really angry. Angry that I still hold such naive notions. I understand. I won't hesitate. I'll take out his point of death in a single strike. That's what I should do, right, Arkwood? Arkwood doesn't answer. I suppose her silence indicates agreement. But where should we wait? Bystanders are going to get killed like back at the hotel if we wait here in these apartments. Shouldn't we change our location? Yes. I think the park will be suitable. No one's there late at night, and if anyone happens to pass by, it's their own bad luck. Saying that, Arkwood turns her back to me. What's wrong? If you've got something to say, then say it. I've decided to help you, so I'm willing to take risks. It's useless. You haven't used the word kill even once. At this rate, you'll just hesitate at the last moment and be killed. That's not true. He's a monster who's eaten over 100 people. There's no way I'd hesitate to kill him. Arkwood gives a small sigh. If I controlled you, I can make sure you killed Nero. I felt that I wanted to do so for the first time, but I also felt that I didn't want to for the first time. It's kind of like a big contradiction. Arcwood turns to face me, mumbling something I didn't really understand. I trust you, Shiki. Let's get Nero together. A smile comes over Arcwood's face, but her smile looks really uneasy. The plan itself is unbelievably simple. Just a little before midnight, Arcwood leaves the room and heads towards the park first. Nero's familiar that Blue Crow, according to Arcwood, should follow her, so I leave the room and go to the park just a bit after she does. Then I'll hide in a bush where I can see Arcwood and wait for Nero to arrive. While Arcwood keeps his attention, I'll approach him from behind and cut his line of death. Bing, bang, boom. Go home happy. Arcwood stands absentmindedly in the middle of the park. I hide in the bush about 20 meters away. I'm in a bush. The park is empty. It's 10 minutes before midnight. Arcwood has her head tilted up, watching the blue moon above her. I grip the knife tightly. Arcwood said that Nero will definitely come. So all I have to do is get behind him, approach him without making too much noise, and then cut his line in one breath. Maybe I should have got another knife. I try taking a deep breath. My body's moving just fine, except my fingers gripping the knife. They're tight and immobile, as if not part of my body. Maybe I'm nervous that the vampire we'll call Nero will come again. That I'll have to confront that monster again. Or that I have to kill him soon. My breathing speeds up. My heart pounds as if it's not part of my body. Calm down, he isn't even here yet. That's right, the target is yet to arrive. I'm beginning I won't be able to move my feet by the time Nero arrives at this rate. Arcwood, aren't you scared? I stare at the white girl vacantly looking up at the moon. She doesn't look uneasy at all. Her face looking up at the moon comes down. At the same time, it seems that I've kept you waiting, princess of the true ancestors. A heavy voice like rusted iron. That's why Arcwood looked down. More than 5 meters away from her, and more than 10 meters away from me, a man in a black coat appears like a ghost. Yes, I've been waiting for quite some time, Nero Chaos. Or would you prefer I call you Fabro or Rowan? Sounds classier. Arcwood's voice reaches me through the wind. Impressive. I would never have dreamed anyone would call me by the name I went by while I was still a human. Just what one would expect from our executioner. I suppose you have long since found out all there is to know about the current 27 ancestors of the two dead apostles. I can hear Nero's reply clearly as well. My breathing grows louder. Arcwood is drawing Nero's attention. This is my only chance. If this was Resident Evil 4, we would have a QuickTime event. I take my glasses off through sheer willpower. I hold the knife in my right hand, pressing it against my chest. A white weapon. Now, with this, I'm going to dismantle that man-eating monster. Oh man! Do we do it now? Or is it still too early? I think it's a little early. Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh god. Oh god. She doesn't have his complete attention, maybe. I'm not sure. 2, maybe? 2? Okay. It's a little early. Right? Right? Nero just arrived. A little more. Until his attention is focused more on Arcwood, I can't launch a surprise attack. Don't get it wrong, Nero. The ancestors of the dead apostles are not a group of 27, but of 28. You do not recognize this serpent as one of your own? Of course. His ideals differ from ours. He is a vampire, but he does not hold to the meaning of being a vampire. Consequently, we do not accept him as one of us. But we are old friends. I believe I understand him more than the other dead apostles. I see. Come to think of it, you are like the serpent as well, as you are unlike the other vampires too. Since you're both heretics, you must share common interests. Wrong. Heresy is isolated, therefore it is heresy. Just because we both are separated from the flock doesn't mean we comprehend one another. Really? Coming as far as this country to pursue me, I think you guys are similar. Do not be ridiculous. You are the capricious one. Your purpose is to execute dead apostles, so why do you persistently pursue the serpent of Akasha? The serpent's poison is not something the princes of true ancestors should be persistent about. Nero's voice gets slightly louder. Arkuid's taunting must be working. Nero is looking only at his enemy, Arkuid. What do I do now? 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 Go time? Fucking saved. Do it, do it, do it! We got this! Kudu time! Nero is only looking at Arkuid. My chances only during this instant. Gripping my knife, I crouch down. With everything I have, I run towards Nero. I got this! All his senses are directed towards Arkuid. Even I, who's not in this conversation, can tell Nero is only looking forward. His back looks defenseless, not knowing I will dismantle it in a few seconds. I can do it! I feel it! Without a doubt, I can kill him. I run. Only a matter of steps before I can reach his back with my knife. His back. His defenseless back. There's no mistake, he does not sense me. One more step, then it's all over. Eh? I stop. What? What is his body? Nowhere? Nowhere. Nowhere, 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 nowhere? There's not a single line anywhere? Impossible, no such life is possible. Headache. My fingers gripping the knife tremble. After a stab of pain in my brain, I see a single black point on Nero's back. There. That should be where his fatal flaw is. There's something wrong with it being a point rather than a line, but anyway, I'll stab him there! I take a lunging step. The knife with my right hand races towards his point. Eh? Right before my hit connects, the points along his back multiply rapidly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 20? 80, 100, 200, 300, 400? This isn't right. This doesn't feel like his death. These are more like heterogeneous aggregation. His body, what the hell is it? Shiki. Arkuid's voice. No, I don't have the time to think now. His back is right there. Right now I can just pick any one of his points and it will be over. There! I bring my knife down as I yell. However, before then, Nero's back rises up like a balloon. Pop. A black dog appears from his back as if emerging from a black sea. What? The black dog shoots forth like a missile. Oh god, missile! I slice its line with my knife. But it's just a line. Only the dog's legs are cut off. Its trajectory does not stop. Gah! What? The black dog grabs its head into my stomach. Ugh! What strength! I fly back several meters and get pushed down to the ground. The black dog then tries to bite into my neck. Ah! I pierce the dog's right abdomen with my knife. My knife enters the black dog's point of death as easily as going through air. The black dog's movements stop. In that instant, its body became a black fluid and pours over me. Ugh! Covered in black fluid, I can't stand up. Right, you! I can't get it off. As if sewn to the ground, I can't move. It seems something has happened behind me. I hear Nero's voice. Stretched out against the ground, I look towards Nero and Arkuid. You're familiar, but how unfortunate. Those who enter my domain will be recognized and attacked by one of us, even if I do not notice. There can be no surprise attacks against me. It seems so. You weren't even looking at anything but me, yet you still reacted to the danger behind you. That's the strength of a collective, is it not, Nero Chaos? Arkuid narrows her eyes and slightly walks towards Nero. Interesting. You're so weak you cannot even use your marble phantasm, yet you still challenge me. There's no need. There's no point in becoming one with the world just to fight a dead apostle. For someone like you, these claws will be enough narrow chaos. I hear a short laugh. Fool. Realize your folly, Arkwood Burnstad. Nero raises an arm. His coat ruffles like a cape and countless animals fly forth. Roar. With a thunderous roar, 3 beasts run towards Arkwood like bullets. Not anything like black dogs, but 3 giant leopards larger than Nero himself, like large demonic silhouettes. Arkwood can't move. 3 leopards run, cracking the bricks under them just by running. They're far faster than Arkwood, who's trying to run away. 3 beasts pounce towards Arkwood. It's over quickly. In an instant, the 3 leopards' bodies are cut in half and fall to the ground. What? Nero's voice booms. Arkwood is silent. From there, she moves to attack him. Beasts emerge from Nero's body. The instant it emerges, the lion's head is grabbed and torn apart from its body. The leopard is killed the instant it attacks Arkwood by getting pierced by her punch through its head. The tiger is torn apart like clay. If you have an imagination, you can see this entire scene, and it's really awesome. Everything following them suffers the same fate. The same with the flying eagle and the giant grizzly bear. The same with the shark swimming in the ground. The same with the ridiculously large elephant. In the end, they can't even stop her, and turn back into a black sticky fluid. Wah. Nero tries to escape. Arkwood swings her claws. After the sound of ripping flesh, Nero's body is split in 2 from the neck down. Ah! Roaring in pain, Nero leaps away from Arkwood. Split from neck to the waist, he's lost over half his body. Splat. The rest of his body falls at Arkwood's feet. This isn't a fight. What about Arkwood saying she was only able to move? The beasts Nero let out weren't weak. The lions and tigers, just one of them can tear a car into scraps. And that grizzly bear could have torn a tank apart with his uncontrolled violence. But such beasts were torn apart by Arkwood, and Nero himself is half dead. It almost seems like a joke. If it was this easy, well, maybe it would have been better if I wasn't here from the start. Nero keeps retreating as if to escape. She might be tired. Arkwood walks towards Nero slowly, panting. I can hear heavy breathing. It belongs to Arkwood. Ragged, painful breathing. Why is that? Arkwood's breathing sounds more painful than Nero's, who is torn in half. It is quite unbelievable. Weak as you are, you still have that much power. It is expected from the executioner prepared by the true ancestors. Do not face the white vampire princess. It seems the warnings of others were correct. Nero's voice isn't dimmed at all. I feel a horribly sinking sense of despair. Arkwood tries to catch her breath as she slowly draws towards Nero. But I never expected to defeat you with only 10 or 20 of myself in the first place. Enough boasting. You can't kill me with any amount of such familiars, and I've cut off half of your body. No matter what, you have no chance of winning. Huh. My familiars have all been killed, but you seem to be mistaken. I do not carry familiars, nor do I use them. All those things you fought were truly me. It is quite unpleasant to be considered similar to the other mongrels who capture other living things to repair their damaged flesh. You should have been able to tell that with a glance if you had not been weakened. Use your golden mystic eyes and see. Can you see it? The chaos of the 666 beasts inside my body. Splash. Something moves quickly at the edge of my vision. Behind Arkwood. The half of Nero's body, which was cut off by Arkwood, is shaking. He rises up in a large clod and shoots towards Arkwood. Arkwood, behind you! Shaky? Arkwood turns around, but she doesn't make it. The half of Nero's body lying on the ground becomes countless large serpents which attack Arkwood from behind. The large serpent wraps around Arkwood and returns to a black fluid. Arkwood is pinned to the ground like me, but the pressure is hundreds of times worse. What? No way! As she is pushed down, Arkwood tries to escape. It is useless. You should understand what that is, princess of the true ancestors. Arkwood's face lights up in pain and surprise. The remaining half of Nero races his voice as if howling. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Ha ha ha. Are you pleased with the chaos within my body, Arkwood Brunstad? Are you sane? A human body having more than 300 factors compressed in something small and closed in its human shape? This is just like... Indeed. No different from the primordial sea. I am not making my body up with other animals. I merely use the factors called animals as my body, mixing them like mud. I have no such things as familiars. What is this are 666 beasts, and lives equal to that number. Ripping my body in half or crushing my head is meaningless. I am 1 in 666. If you wish to destroy me, you need to destroy 666 lives at once. This can't be. This is what chaos means? Of course. So my altered selves have no concrete existence. When we're released from this body, which is my territory, they will take form as some kind of species for the first time. They have no form of their own from the beginning. You can kill them outside of me, but once they return, they regenerate as part of my chaos. Though even I cannot predict what they will become once they emerge. Understanding and controlling this disordered dendrogram is my eternal thesis. The vampire with only half a body gives a boasting, muffled laugh. That's impossible! To take in souls, if you encapsulate uncolored conceptualized existences, you yourself will disappear. Indeed. That's why this is not a single person here. The personality of Nero already does not exist. We are not a single body, but closer to a limitless collective. Certainly there is no meaning of existence in such a life. There are only life forms in the deep ocean which can be termed eternal systems. This body will lose its intelligence and become a mere specimen just like them someday. But do you not find it magnificent? There are things which swirl inside me, and you do not know what form they will take. This small world is like that of our world in its primal stages. A chaotic space where a world will be born is unpredictable. The darkness of chaos is just like this planet's dendrogram, while still having the possibility of dramatic change. I wish to know what lies at its culmination before I disappear. This is why the church gave me this name. Narrow Chaos. Equipped with 666 beasts, no longer a vampire but a space which has become chaos, a heretic who broke the taboo. Arkwood's voice is held off. The black fluid squirms all around her. Even Arkwood's face is already half covered. That's all. Under such a prison, even you cannot escape. It is the union of 500 of my parts, the soil of Genesis. Even if you were to be at full strength, you could not hope to destroy it. It is equivalent to destroying a whole continent. Nero's remaining half approaches Arkwood slowly. Many of our brethren have been killed by you. Many have sought to destroy you, only be destroyed in turn. But that is all over. I, Nero Chaos, will accomplish a great achievement none could perform until now. Nero, this reality marble, who? It should be easy to tell. Your nemesis, the serpent, came to me to teach me, but not the current one from this generation. Before you killed him, he bequeathed upon me the method of making this cage. I can't hear Arkwood's voice anymore. Looking, her mouth is covered in black fluid. But the serpent is also a tragedy. What was once a priest of the church can't live on just because the goddess of death like yourself is chasing after him. If he had lived, he might have devised a means to control the chaos in my body. It certainly must have been regretful not being able to fully utilize such a clear heresy before getting destroyed. I was a sworn friend of the serpent. Why you persistently pursue him without tiring, I am very curious. But it seems you can no longer speak. The black fluid starts to pin down Arkwood's body. By now, it is no longer Arkwood's classed feminine figure, but only a formless mud. I will make you a part of me, Arkwood Brunstad. Absorbing your amount of will may require great effort, but will make me the highest rank of vampire. A little pain is like a celebration for a new creation. When that happens, you the professional killers of the abominable burial agency will be nothing to fear. I'll eradicate all members of that moldy church. Arku's face sinks completely with a sucking sound. Even the lines of her body, which I could barely see before, have disappeared. At this rate, if I leave Arku alone, she'll be absorbed into the black fluid. Why, you... I look at the black fluid covering me. The black lines of death definitely do exist. Ah! Resisting the throbbing pain in my head, I run my knife along them. The black fluid becomes like mere water as I slice the lines. Alright! I breathe heavily as I stand up. I have to save her. I have to save Arkwood from that monster. But how? I can't even get close to Nero. Even Arkwood, as terrific as she wasn't able to take him. And if I stand and face him, wouldn't I be killed instantly? I only barely managed to kill one dog. I wouldn't last a second against those other beasts like the lions or the leopards. Furthermore, I can see hundreds of points on his back. I couldn't fully understand the conversation between Nero and Arkwood, but it seems that each one of those beasts are him. Then, if I want to defeat the vampire Nero, I'll have to kill all the beasts having that point. I can't step forward. No matter what, a human can't step forward toward a monster like that. Damn it! In the end, once more, I'm primed to save my life and do nothing about someone getting killed. Oh. I hear a voice. Just have him at a point and be done with it, but you have to do it 666 times. Nero's voice is full of contained amusement. No, it's not his voice. I can hear something like the sound of footsteps. This can't be. The sound is far away. Without a doubt, the sound of light, skipping footsteps is drawing closer. Like we said earlier, the park is empty of people at night, and if people pass by, then they're simply out of luck. Far away, I see a small human shape. Some girl I do not know, about my own age. This isn't good. For her to come here, it means, run away! I scream. I scream forgetting that Nero wasn't even paying attention to me, or that he might attack me. Yet, the passerby does not stop. Not knowing anything, she casually heads for this place. Half of the vampire in the black coat breathes out in content. My body has just been torn apart. I need more sustenance. His half of a coat squirms like a living thing. Fortunately, it seems sustenance has arrived. A black beast flies from Nero's body. Stop! My voice doesn't reach her. The beast runs like a black wind towards the faraway figure. It's over in an instant. A short scream, the sound of a body hitting the ground, the smell of blood wafting on the air. The black tiger retrieves the human in his mouth. The girl's face is no more. Most likely gouged out by the tiger's claws. Too ruthless. A repulsive one-sided violence. Ugh! My head hurts. My throat is starting to dry. Mind starts to compress and I can see only the enemy in front of me. The tiger slithers like a snake into Nero's body. It's strange. The corpse of the girl in the tiger's mouth disappears, yet... Munch. Crunch. Grind. She's not there, yet I still hear the sound. Rip. Gorge. Gulp. The sounds are coming from inside the man called Nero. The sound of dissolving flesh, shattering bones, the slow chewing of a human. No mistake. Inside his body, he's eating that person. Nero's lips twist in a smile. With that, a switch goes off in my brain. You fucking bastard! I can't think. I just run towards Nero. My vision soaks in red. Feed. A black leopard flies from Nero's body. How many times greater are its speed and its ferocity compared to those black dogs? But I don't care about that. It's a living thing. If it lives, that is nothing against me. You're in my way. I stop and say so to the corpse by my feet. The black leopard is lying in 4 pieces. I see. You are the one who attacked me from behind earlier. It seems he finally has realized I am here. Emotionless eyes look toward me. Yeah, just like Arkwood said. As long as I don't allow myself to get lost, being stared by him doesn't change anything. Let Arkwood go, monster. I said let her go. I'm your opponent. You're nothing with that half-body of yours. Without a word, the vampire with the black coat looks both Arkwood and I over. You say you can be my opponent? Yes. So I'm saying release her, and then hurry up and return your body to normal. His neck moves up and down. It seems like he's laughing. You've taken away the fun. Receive your punishment, human. Nero doesn't change. It seems like he will leave Arkwood with half of his body and remain as he is. I promise you, I will slowly chew you apart alive. Flutter, his remaining arm is lifted. Such an inferior mental circuit. The price of your arrogance thinking you can face me will be your certain death. Whoosh! A warm wind blows. Scores of beasts emerge from Nero's half-body. The number of beasts emerging isn't 10 or 20. Even if each is not a strong beast, it's close to 100 of them against a single human like me. They swarm like ants gathering around a sugar cube. What? I stick my knife into the neck of the black dog before me. The black dog dies as his death is cut. Instantly, the sounds of bird wings overhead. With a grating sound, the meat of my forehead is taken to the bone. Ah! I don't have time to react in pain. At the same time, several black dogs bite my arms and torso from both sides. You junk! Slice, slice. I stab the death of the two dogs in my line of vision. But it isn't enough. For each one I kill, 10 more beasts take its place and rip into my body. I can't see. I can't see anything. Everything is pitch black. There isn't anything wrong with my eyes. All around me, the black beasts envelop me in darkness. Things can't keep going this way. I'll die. I won't last 5 more seconds. My ankles are bitten. Blood flows. My body feels like it will fall. If I collapse, it'll all be over. It will rhymelessly feed on my body if I hit the ground. No. No. That is more fearful than painful. Everything is pitch black. I can't see anything. I can't do anything. But that's why I have to think. Oh man, do we bear with it for now and wait for our chance? Or do we have to destroy the main body? I'm not sure if we have the time to wait around. Two. Let's see if we can't end this. The main source. If I can do something to Nero's main body manipulating the beasts, I might be able to save at least Arkwood. Ah! I blindly swing my knife. I force my faltering body and run forward. If he hasn't moved as he toys with me, then he should be standing with his half-body ahead of here. Stop your noise-making. It is unpleasant. His coat wavers. From there, a white horn comes straight at me. Eh? Something like antlers sticks into my torso. Thud. It's so sharp it doesn't really hurt. I fall flat on my back. I am quite the fastidious person. Rest assured there will not even be one of your cells left. I hear a voice. At the same time, a black dome marches over me. A ceiling overhead like a black umbrella. And all around, the glowing eyes of the beasts. Rip. My skin is being ripped. Die. Rip. My flesh is being eaten. Die. Grit. My bones are being scraped. Die. My mind can no longer think of anything. Only to frantically use my arms to protect my face. My right hand tightens around, keeping a firm grip on my knife. Die. I'm being eaten. Strange. Being attacked by this many beasts, they should be able to eat me completely in just 1 minute, yet they take their time. Die. I'm bleeding too much. My blood and their saliva coat my body. It feels terrible. I can't see anything outside, just complete blackness. Those countless pairs of eyes say it. They say it as if they truly eat me only bit by bit. They can't talk, so they speak with their blazing eyes. Hurry up and die. The black dome of beasts chants in unison. A scream leaks out, but no one's going to help me. I'll be killed. Like that person before, I'll be devoured alive. No, I don't want that. I don't want to die this way. I don't want to be eaten while being conscious. I don't want to be killed like this. Scary. That's scary. Very scary. Scary, frightening, freaky, spooky, scary stuff. I'll be killed. Yes, I'll be killed. There's nowhere to run. I'll be killed like this. I'll be torn apart and become a meal for all of them. There's nothing I can do. With my eyes painted vermilion, I stare at myself emptily. I start to laugh, because I don't even know why I'm being killed. But still, Tono Shiki will be killed like this. You're stubborn. If you break down, it will be easier for you. He laughs in the distance, slowly eating me and laughing. It's like my whole body is dissolving. Horrible. Too horrible. This is too horrible. My wounds hurt. They hurt. Hurt a lot. This is frightening. It's frightening. Very frightening. He's laughing in the distance, watching me die and laughing. If I strain my ears, I can still hear chewing and smashing of bones coming from within. Not only did he devour those people yesterday, not only did he eat that unknown person, he's trying to eat and kill even me. Gah! Something like claws dig into my chest. It's where the scar from my old wound is. Early, painful, frightening, only hateful place. 8 years ago, that summer day. Yeah, it was really hateful. There wasn't any room for pain or fear. Yes, I just hated. No, what's to be done, it's already decided. If you're going to kill me, then my whole body's already numb. All that remains is the sensation of the knife I refuse to drop in my right hand. Be killed? Be killed? Who? By what? I laugh out. Right, that's exactly how it is. Running away is absolutely impossible. Escape is absolutely impossible. There's only one thing to be done. Be killed. Be killed. Definitely, without a doubt, be killed. By nothing else, and by no one else. He will be killed by me. In place of a yell, I start to laugh like an idiot. Strange. Strangely, I can't stop laughing. Slice, 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 slice. With each sound, another beast dies. My brain is in agony. All throughout my body, my nerves, my blood vessels, my cells, my blood, everything has gone abnormal. The black dome disappears. I just killed about 70 beasts which were eating my body. What? I can hear Nero's voice. Alright, I have to stand or I won't be able to kill anymore. I stand up. There's no problem. There's not a single place where I'm not wounded, but I can still move around for a while. What did you? Yeah, I understand how you feel, vampire. My brain is on fire. It's similar, just like when I killed Arcuid. I can't even breathe properly, along with the headache and heat which almost drives me insane, almost enough to make me puke. The world is saturated with death. So you want to kill me, monster? Then we have something in common. Fine, let's fight to the death, Nero Chaos. With that, my stiff right hand moves freely. Switching to a reverse grip on my knife, I run towards Nero. A bigger beast appears from his body. Finally, he's laying out the big stuff like he used for Arcuid. But they don't last long. No matter how large, fast, or brutal they are, they basically cannot kill me unless they touch me. If they try to touch me, I slice whatever part that tries. In the end, it's no difference whether it was a black dog, a lion, or a tiger. 2 of the large ones collapse and change into black water. To get to Nero, there's still some distance left to close. How can this be? Those of us even the princess could not eliminate are returning to nothingness. He's saying something. I do not understand. What did you do? I fix my gaze on Nero's body. Countless points. If I want to live. If I want to kill him, I have to kill each and every one of them. It's probably not possible. Still, I can't finish like this. Arcuid was swallowed by the black liquid. All those hundreds of people that were killed. And this body being almost killed. I grit my teeth. There's no time to speak words of hatred. No time for monologuing. Moving takes all of my power. I don't have any extra energy to answer Nero. No, if I do have that sort of energy, as quickly as possible. Very well. I now recognize he was an obstacle to me. Killing this beast-smelling monster would be far better. His black coat opens wide. The vile stench of beasts. The sense of danger before was nothing compared to what it is now. From inside his coat, things come out which I have seen at least once when I was a child. Like this horse with a horn on its forehead, or this huge winged lizard. Those are troublesome. It's not simple to kill them because they have very few parts vulnerable to death. So, I get more serious. Is it because I said kill? The pulsing of my blood is painful. My nerves are grinding together. Everything in my body links together to remove that which gets in my way. I slice in half the horned horse along with its horn. I slice the lizard from its back to its lower right abdomen. Impossible. I hear the obstacle's voice. Unfortunately, I can't even see properly now. All I can see are those black points and lines. Scum. Why must I attack a mere human with my full force? With a squishy, fleshy sound, Nero's half-body returns to its previous human shape. It seems he finally put back the half of his body binding Arcuid. I will kill you. You will find out that existence far superior to yours exists within me. His arm tears into his own chest. As if ripping apart darkness, he rips into his own chest. From the hole in Nero, something bizarre emerges. If I have to describe it simply, it's like a crab-like spider, a bit bigger than the giant elephant which Arcuid killed. My vision has gone red. I can't see very well. All I can see are their bizarre silhouettes and their death. My fingers are cold. Maybe I've lost too much blood. My whole body is frigid. But still, my body isn't screaming. It orders me forward, saying that if I have enough strength to scream, use that energy to kill Nero even faster. My spine hurts. My body is cold. My fingers are frozen. Yet my brain burns with fire. These crab spider beasts keep crawling out from Nero. Nero is only a little bit away. These things are in the way of me getting to him. For now, these three, I completely kill those emerged obstacles. Impossible. As if dizzy, Nero moves back. There is no way someone can destroy all my killing beasts. Such a fact is impossible. We are immortal. As long as I live, the immortal beasts return to chaos and are reborn. So then, why do they return to their original nothingness after only being stabbed by you? I move towards my screaming enemy. Nero tries to pull back and retreat, but stops himself. Unsightly. His previous machine-like eyes finally start to burn with crimson hatred. I understand how he feels. Probably, the killer in Nero is ordering himself to retreat. But the vampire in him does not allow defeat from a mere human. He doesn't understand. He doesn't even let himself withdraw. So he does not allow himself to take a single step back. His mind stubbornly doesn't allow himself to realize his powerlessness. Another step forward. From here I can jump and slice his body with my knife. No. Never. My name is Nero, the immortal chaos of the undecaying vampire race. It is not possible for me to look this unsightly. His body starts to form a shape. The body which was only darkness begins to transform. This body is immortal. I have surpassed death long ago. His body leaps forward. Not his beasts. Condensing all his remaining beasts to the limit, he transforms himself into the best beast and moves in to kill me. His speed is as fast as Arcuid's. He reaches out with his arms, which would pulverize my neck if he contacted me. Dodging that, I cut the line on his arm. As if unable to control his speed, he rushes past me without stopping. The distance between us grows once again. I feel dizzy. I can't stop shaking. What is this? Nero stares at his severed arm in astonishment. What is this? Why does this severed part of me not regenerate? How can such a ridiculous thing be occurring? He isn't a magus or a barrier, so how can he destroy me just by cutting me? How stupid. If you get too concerned over appearances like that, you'll get killed, Nero Chaos. I hear a familiar voice near Nero. You! With bloodshot eyes, Nero stares at Arcuid standing elegantly to the side. Oh, I see. When you ceased being only half a body, she became free. Oh, don't worry about me. Shiki will take care of you. Right now, he would even kill me if I got in the way. A giggling voice. It's your fault for thinking you should kill him painfully. You should kill your enemy quickly without allowing the opportunity for a counterstrike, right? That was your mistake.
Silence. I do not make mistakes. I still have 560 lives remaining. Just wait. Once I kill him, I will get you once more.
Really? It won't happen, but I'll be waiting. Arkwood doesn't go near him. Nero is only looking at me. He's coming. I raise my right hand with my left as I grip my knife. Nero crouches. It's the action of a predator preparing to pounce on his prey. Oh, I forgot to tell you one more thing, Nero. Her voice flows like the wind before that. Maybe a little late, but he's killed me once before.
What?
This time it's for real. In his astonishment, Nero loses sight of his identity. For a moment, his entranced thoughts flow into my mind like a curse.
Is this a nightmare? Kill Arkwood Brunstad? This monster, for whom even the words immortality isn't enough to describe, was killed by that human? No, that cannot be true. But wait, hypothetically, if it is true, then just which one of us was the pretentious one?
Exactly. It seems the pretentious one is you, Nero Chaos. At the end of Hatred and Chaos, Nero laughs with pleasure from the bottom of his heart. I can't wait any longer. I start running towards my unmoving target.
I see. You are going to kill me, human.
The beast roars. With one arm, he dashes forth to pierce my heart. His speed is so fast, you can't ask for any more. A simple, efficient motion to kill me. A motion too beautiful. I slice his outstretched arm. Hundreds of points of death are on his body. But more than that, deep inside of him, in his very center, I can see his ultimate point. It doesn't matter how many lives he has. I'm only going to kill the existence of Nero Chaos. So it isn't killing Nero, but the chaos which is him. I'm going to kill one world. I attack him head on. A light sound of impact. The knife pierces into his center. Twisting his lips in a grin, the vampire laughs voicelessly.
This can't be!
Numbly, the black beast starts to crumble from his fingertips.
You are my death?
His body temperature rapidly dwindles. The end is instantaneous like a dropping curtain. With this one attack, along with the remaining 560 beasts, Nero Chaos is annihilated. I'm exhausted. I collapse onto the ground. I fall on my rear and try to keep my body up with my hands. Cold. I'm cold. The pain is numbed and it feels almost comfortable. My body's ripped with canine bite marks and beak marks. Well, there's no mistake that I'll probably die like this. I let out a deep breath. I raise my chin and look up at the sky. The moon. Only the pretty moon is in the night sky. What is it? It seems awfully familiar. Like I saw a dream like this before. Shiki, are you okay? Arkwood walks towards me as if nothing happened just now. You stupid idiot. You stupid idiot. If I was okay, I wouldn't be human. I speak and breathe haltingly. Human talking is painful, so maybe I shouldn't have responded. My consciousness starts to fade. And then, whack! Arkwood hits me on the head and forcefully returns me to consciousness. What was that for? That won't do it. If you sleep with those wounds, you'll definitely end up dying. You can't sleep until we close them. Her argument is perfectly just. It's so just it makes me angry. Arkwood, can I say what I've always thought from before? What? Don't say such unreasonable things, you idiot. I crash onto the ground. My consciousness starts to fade. Arkwood is raising a racket, but I don't have any strength to hold my eyes open any longer. It's terribly cold. Hey, Shiki, you really will die. I told you I'm sleepy. I'll sleep before I die, so I'll wake up in the morning. Shiki, you mustn't sleep. You have to at least close your wounds to stop the bleeding, otherwise you won't wake up. Man, she's loud. I'm going to sleep, so just do whatever you want. It's okay if I heal you. Why didn't you say that earlier? After she says this cheerfully, I feel cold fingers, colder than even my body, touch my skin as if in sympathy. Well, I'm not too happy about using someone else's familiars, but in these circumstances, it can't be helped. I feel like something is being plastered to me. I don't know why, but it feels awfully pleasant. That's to be expected from the vampire called the Primordial Sea. And after the destruction of the source, Nero, the familiars still have the regenerative ability. In this case, all I have to do is give it a little hand. First, let it live on me. Once it's back normal, I'll put it back on you, Shiki. The fingers pull away. I guess it'll do. How is it? It's a non-polar life, so it can adapt itself easily to your body, right? Hey, are you sleeping, Shiki? Yeah, I'm asleep. Oh well. Yours is a match on top of the hill, right, Shiki? I'll make sure you get home. I look only up at the white moon as I sleep. You did really well, Shiki. And thanks. You really saved me tonight. She thanks me without the slightest hint of heaviness in her words. I can't hear her voice anymore. I fall into deep sleep without anyone interrupting me this time. And that is how we killed Chaos. But I believe I'll stop this here for tonight, and then we'll continue on with Chapter 5, Blue Scar of Sin. October 25th. Oh man, it's almost Halloween. So I'll just save this right here. And alright. So, for anyone that may or may not be watching these recordings on YouTube, if you want to actually join the VidyaVidya community, and actually give me advice on what options to pick, since, I don't know, maybe we could have jumped at him sooner or not. But anyway, just go to http://www.vidya.de or .com, or I think that's all of it. And alright. Good night.